Hey guys, welcome back. Got a brand new band submission now for you. Now, I had Lee from Her Despair, the drummer, get in touch with me. Messaged me directly on the FYM Reacts Facebook page. He dropped me a link to the band, then I just asked him to drop me a little bit of a bio so I can give a little bit of an intro to the band. Now, these guys are from Berkshire in the UK. Now, Her Despair showcased the melodramatic sound and aesthetic of gothic music with the accessibility of punk and the stylings of heavy metal. The solo studio project has subsequently evolved into the current full lineup, continuing to expand their fan base throughout live performances. Clouds of smoke and lights theatrically immerse the audience, providing a perfect setting to experience the compelling material. Sounds really interesting, man. I'm really looking forward to this. About the album itself, Monography is an exploration into the mysteries of tragedy, blasphemy, death and love, both literally and figuratively. The mourning of some, the lust of others, these songs praise and pervert the word of God simultaneously, providing a deep, unsettling spiritual experience set to a bleak backdrop of melancholia. That sounds really, really cool, man. Sounds dark. I like it. I like stuff that's dark. Very, very cool, man. Okay guys, now this is relatively new. This has had 357 views so far. Be sure to subscribe to Her Despair's channel, man, if you're digging what they do. It's great to get a new band on, and it's great to get one that's that seems relatively new in the world of how the YouTube algorithm seems to get certain bands popular and other ones not so much. But that's where we come in here, man. I love promoting artists, what I call the little guy. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good though, man. It's all about promoting the artists. Alright guys, here we go. So, with the track Blaspheme with Me, the official video, this is Her Despair. Let's go, man.
Let there be light. In the eyes of God, we're all forsaken. And in the light of Christ, we're all mistaken. Oh God, confessing to my sin, arms open in awe. And yet I don't believe in your loving God anymore. As angels die in agony for the sins of everyone but me. You sing a song of tragedy and scream my name as you blaspheme with me.
Loving the gothic imagery in this video, man. Really, really cool.
Nailed upon this cross we'll burn together. When I yearn for you, I yearn for forever. Fall onto your knees and pray for all you've done. And in this dream, will you think of me when you come? As angels die in agony
Digging this, man. So there we go, guys. That was Her Despair with Blaspheme with me. That was an interesting one, certainly in terms of the style of that, because that's generally the sort of thing that I don't really come across, and it's not really the sort of thing that I listen to whatsoever. I was getting, obviously, the main thing with that is you've got the gothic vibe, and whereas normally where a lot of the bands that I feature you'll either have a very guttural vocal and then you might have a clean, that was all clean all the way through. And it was a very very sort of low with the mood. But I really like that, man. They really put that across very, very well with how they have the lighting and how they used all the imagery in the video itself. In terms of the music, at first I was like, I'm not really sure whether I'm digging this, but as it got more and more into the song, I just felt immersed in the video itself and the emotion that they were putting across with it, and I did really enjoy that, man. It is actually the sort of thing which I would listen to. I did really, really enjoy it. I'm not massively familiar with this particular type of music, but it's definitely something which I will quite happily listen to. And it's good to see bands putting out something different, something, you know, obviously you're always going to have things like metalcore and deathcore. It's always massively, massively popular. But it's good to see a band going with something which is a little bit different. I mean, people might come on this, man, and say that's not different. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of the sort of vibes. I was getting some vibes from it of some tracks that I remember from like a little bit back in the past that it reminded me of, but I can't quite think of the names of it. Because it was never really a genre that I was massively familiar with. But I did really enjoy that, man. If I had to give that out of 10, I'd give that a 9 out of 10, man. I really, really enjoyed it. But let me know what you guys think of this, man. Let me know if you heard of these guys before. If you haven't, man, and you dig it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I will post all of their social media details in the description, as I always do. And if you want to get involved more with the channel, man, come over to the Facebook group, FYM The Gathering. Everything's there in the description. It's probably the quickest way to get a little bit more interactive with both myself and a lot of the other guys in the Facebook group. It's just a really, really cool place to be. And if anyone does want to help contribute to the channel, help it grow even further, we do have a Patreon page if you do want to contribute there. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much for joining me. I've got a bit of an interesting one coming up next, actually. Someone who I work with, really cool dude, actually, who I'll go a little bit more into in the next video. He's dropped me a request that he wants me to put on the channel. Definitely very, very different from anything we normally feature, so I'm looking forward to doing that. All right, guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.